shipping with orders of over one.
Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. I got another radio for you. This is an oldie goodie. I got this off of eBay. I'm having a rough day today. A couple of months ago, I took it out of the box, just looked at it quickly, and it had a problem, and I just set it aside. The problem it had was the power button on off is right here, and it's stuck. And it runs on AC or DC. So it's got a built-in AC adapter. And the gentleman that owned this before, or maybe the one that owned it before he did, put one of those real cheapy inline switches in the AC line so that he could turn it off that way. And it turns out it was intermittent. I pulled this out a couple of days ago. Thought I'd see if I could figure out what was wrong with it, and it was that switch. So I just took that switch out. So if I want to run it on AC, I just plug it in or unplug it. It also runs on 6 D-cell batteries. The model number is 10-558, made by Midland, about 1970s vintage, and it weighs a ton. It's pretty good size, as you can see, and it weighs a ton. This folds down. It's got 2 antennas. I have not been able to find a manual for it, and I haven't used it enough to figure out what those 2 antennas are for. I think one is for shortwave FM and one is for the VHF band, because it has a lot of bands. It's got medium wave, FM, marine band, that's just below shortwave. Shortwave, the old police band, which was 25 to 50 megahertz. The air band, the old police band that was 145 to 175. Has a squelch control right here. Has a lighted dial, which is one of these buttons right here. I'm pushing the wrong way. See? Kind of lights up. Tells you what band you're on. The medium wave, the short wave goes from about 4 megahertz to 30 megahertz. And it's broken down into several bands. Has a tiny S meter, which probably doesn't show up. Let me see if I can get some light on it. Right up in that corner, there's a tiny S meter. Has dual tuning, gross tuning, coarse tuning, and fine tuning. There's the power switch that doesn't work. There's the tone control, and there's the volume, which I have all the way down, and you can still hear the medium wave station coming through. It does have an AC hum on it. Doesn't surprise me. Probably the capacitors for the AC to DC converter are probably bad. Like I say, it weighs a ton, so I didn't try putting batteries in it because it was heavy enough already. It has this time zone map here and a little converter dial you use to figure out what the time is in various parts of the country. Over here on this side, I'll use my flashlight again. Oh, here we go. And we've got the AC-DC switch on the bottom. Then we have earbud. Then we have, boy, it's hard for me to read. Antenna. So we got 2 antenna connections. Actually, 3 antenna connections. So you can have external antennas. It's a beast. It does pretty good. I'm not going to get anything on shortwave this time of day because it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Plus, I'm in my office, so that's not going to happen. I could quickly tune the AM band and the FM band. I'm on the AM band. It's got lots of volume.
The helicopter parent.
Good sound.
Yes, that's you.
Picking up all the noise in my office.
Of China's dictator and receiving a crown.
Yeah, you can hear that AC hum.
How to handle this? Jensaki, but
Pick it up playing stations. Little stiff tuning. Oh boy, it's a long reach. Here's all the buttons for all the bands and AFC and the dial light. And then we can, I've got a little dark in this room right now, so I am using a flashlight. Shortwave 2, shortwave 1, marine band, AM, police band low, FM, air, police band high. Let's see if we get anything on air. These switches need to be cleaned. Okay, well, I don't know which. Okay, it's using this one. Pretty long antennas. See if I can tune this real quick. So, the way I've got my camera set up, it's a long reach for me. Let me stand up for a second. Getting some kind of interference. Something right there, I can't quite tune it in. Yeah, it's just getting too much interference from all the electronics in this room. You try FM right there. Turn this down. We're back up.
The New York Times Magazine and a fellow at Yale Law School. Exactly how we are. John will
Witness coat and this hat are look just like Saint Nick.
Diagonal Santa.
Yeah, it's doing good.
Record here.
Oh, yeah.
Only on 95.7.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to hear anything in my office on shortwave, but I'm going to try it anyway. Let's see. Shortwave 1 goes from 4.5 to 12. Shortwave 2 goes from 11.5 to 22. So let's try, I want to get 10 megahertz maybe. So that would be shortwave 1, which is this one. Don't know if it made contact. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Okay, let's see this antenna. Lots of RF noise in my office. Turn it down. Sorry about that. Let's tune about 10 megahertz. It's way up there. Really stiff tuning. Probably hasn't been used in 20 years. Getting there. No. Right about there. Try fine tuning. No. Try that. Just not going to get anything on shortwave on a telescopic antenna in my office. That ain't happening. All right, you see, I think that's about it. Like I say, a thing is heavy. It probably weighs 20 pounds at least with no batteries. So that was one of the reasons I didn't put any batteries in. Plus, I didn't have a whole bunch of D-cell batteries. I think it's D-cell. Might be C, but I think it's D. Again, I don't have a manual. If anyone can find a manual, I would appreciate it. Send me a link to where you found it. That would be ideal. I think that's about it. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. That tells me I'm doing things that you're interested in and not wasting your time. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. We finally made it over 14,000 subscribers. I'm not too worried about the count. It's just, it makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile and that somebody cares about. Have a great day. Bye-bye.